להיות או לא להיות? היום אנחנו בפעם הראשונה, מארחות, אורחת כבוד, אשר מניו סיטי, ברברה כצנלסון, שהיא קואצרית למיניות, לחוויות עונג, למשיכה, איך לייצר לעצמי בעצם את הזוגיות שנכונה לי. Okay, so back to the question. What do you think about sodomize, if it's an SCX toys in general, if it's healthy to put it inside a relationship, like of a couple or not? What do you know from your clients?
Yes, two different things. So sodomize and sex toys, you can use sex toys in sodomy. So that's number one. Just because you're using sex toys doesn't mean you're doing sodomy, okay? Yes. So sex toys are wonderful if you're single, if you're in a relationship. I highly recommend it. It allows you to, take it to the next level with pleasure and your body. It's there, go for it, try it. Try different ones. I can have a whole other podcast just about this. That's one. Two, sodomy also. If you feel comfortable, if it's something
Wait. You are so intelligent and you're going really fast. אז היא אמרה שבעצם היא מבחינתה חושבת שזה דבר טוב, והיא מאוד מאוד ממליצה, לא הבנתי את הקטע אם אתה רווק או בזוגיות, כן, תכניסו. I want to stop you. Why it's a good thing? Why do you think it's a good thing?
Because it allows you to have more pleasure, different levels of pleasure in your body, and experience sex in different ways, in different dimensions. And you can do it with yourself with sex toys, or you can do it with a partner. And the most important thing is that you introduce it by first having the conversation. That's going back to the last question. You do it when you have your clothes on, in a room, comfortable, safe.
Clothes? What is clothes?
Yeah. I was reading or I heard this podcast and they were talking about sex toys. What do you think if we have sex toys, we try some sex toys? This is how you bring it into the relationship. Number one. Number two, make sure it's consenting adults, who are above at the right age. That's it. That's all. That's all you need. Whether it's sodomy or it's sex toys.
You said that you think that SCX toys are good for a relationship, right?
Yeah.
And I want to hear your opinion because the question was if it's good for everyone.
It's a personal preference. It's,
So you do think that some people wouldn't connect to that?
I think they have to try it first and see for themselves.
Oh, that's an amazing answer. My English is becoming Hebrew לפני שאני מדברת עברית. התשובה הזאת היא מדויקת כי היא מלמדת אותנו שוב פעם להפסיק לדעת דברים, להתחיל להסתקרן, ולא להחליט שאני יודע אם אני רוצה או לא. רגע, לקחת את העוגיית שוקולד ולתת בביס. ולמה? כי בתחילת התוכנית, למשל, אמרנו, צריך לוודא שאנחנו באמת ברגע, ואנחנו לא חווים את הרגע מחוויית עבר שלנו. ולפעמים אנחנו בגיל מסוים לא אהבנו את העוגיית שוקולד הזאת, ואנחנו יכולים לחשוב שאנחנו עדיין אוהבים את העוגיית שוקולד הזאת גם 10 שנים אחרי. אבל דווקא הבן אדם שאנחנו 10 שנים אחרי, יכול ממש לא אוהב את העוגיית שוקולד הזאת. ואני מעדיפה לדבר על גליד ועוגיות שוקולד מאשר SCX toys, ואני רואה שאמא שלי עוד מעט תרחיב וידבר על מה שהיא רוצה בזמן שאני אשים התמים. אני מקווה שלא הייתי עמוקה מדי, אבל הפואנטה היא שגם אם רוצים לשלב SCX toys במיטה, או לא רוצים לשלב, try it. תנסו, תחוו, ודרך החוויה תחליטו. ואל תיתנו למודע שלפעמים מונע מפרטנרים עבר, מחוויות עבר, להחליט, רגע אמא, הכנסתי את האטמים, you can give your impact about this subject.
לא, אני אגיד משהו, אני אדבר קודם בעברית, אחר כך לא, אולי אני אדבר איתה באנגלית קודם על הדבר הזה. אני לא יודעת אם יש שאלה על התחום הזה. I think that even talking about it, but trying things like this, it's a matter of something about your education also. Because when you come from families that during your teenage ages, they told you that SCX is for girls especially. It's something dirty. It's something not. It's like making
You're
a
slut.
bad name,
You're
like a
whore.
slut.
You're
yes.
a whore if you do it,
And
yeah.
you know, things like I can tell you a lot of things that that I remember
It
from
still
my.
happens today.
Yes, like a man is like a glass of like a glass. If a woman is like.
You try to take experience from Hebrew and to put it in English?
כן, אני מנסה להסביר
זה
לה
לא
את זה
עובד אף פעם, by the way.
Okay, but I will try because she understands English. Like a woman is a man is like a woman is like.
It's like living in a movie.
Like a slide.
You know what is living in a movie?
Movie living in a
חי
movie.
בסרט. You can't say it in English, you know?
Okay, whatever. Like a thing like a girl is like אני לא זוכרת את המילה בד, איך אומרים בד?
אני לא יודעת מה עובר לך בתודעה.
לא משנה. A girl, everything that a girl does, it's like something that goes with her.
Like a mark.
Like a
it's
mark,
an
yes,
X,
like a mark.
for the
Something
rest
that
of your life.
it doesn't go with the washing.
Yeah.
But a man, it's like a glass of
Can do whatever he
glass.
wants.
You can put even shit inside.
Yeah.
Then you wash it, and it's
Yeah,
back
I
again as it
understand.
was.
Exactly,
And this thing that when I wonder that if things like this. Always, whatever they say to you about it, but you understand the concept. If this is something that can make people not to try it, to make
100%. So this is so good that you're bringing this up because it goes back to how we were talking about the main topic. It's the patriarchy. So on an individual level, because this question sounds like this person who's asking, they have some judgment about it within themselves.
Yes,
And
exactly.
unfortunately, whatever experiences from the past they're bringing into the now might be preventing them from really trying it and being free with this exploration. And the most important thing is to release the judgment about it. Is BDSM bad? No, it is what it is. You know, is sex toys bad? No, it is what it is. It's not bad. It's not good. The question is more about,
If it's right
do you
for you.
like it?
Yeah.
Is it good for you?
If it's right for you.
But you know,
I can think it's not a good thing for me.
exactly.
So it's not.
Doesn't work.
You can.
Yeah.
For my opinion, you do. You can't define for yourself if something is bad or wrong because you have to understand where is your truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Where is your light? Where is your dark?
100%.
What is good for you and what is wrong for you? Okay. It is what it is. And you will decide if it's good or bad, you know?
100%. And I don't even like to say good or bad. I say, does it work or does it not work? Because good or bad goes back to the judgment stuff. Good or bad makes it like, it's bad, you know, it's a slut, I'm a slut if I do this.
For yourself.
So I say
For yourself.
instead, but I'm saying for myself, I don't say, is this good or bad for me? I say, does this work for me? Does it not work for me? Because it takes the judgment away. Because the judgment is within all of us. We were all programmed like this about sex. And we have all of these, it's so deep. There's so many layers.
No, I agree with you. I'm going with you.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why I think coaching, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay? It doesn't matter if the subject is SCX.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if the subject is how to empower myself.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if the subject is, I don't know, how do I profile myself? How do I fall in love myself? I think that the magic cup of coaching is, first of all, to understand how do I look at things, how do I מפרש, איך אני אומרת מפרש?
Perceive.
Interpretate the word that I'm seeing from my eyes.
Yeah.
Because there, if I have judgment there, this is the problem because I will not flow and walk in this world from my own truth. I would walk in the world with some mask or with something. Yeah. And this is the most thing, this is the most important thing that I think that people need to understand, and then it will be easier for them to, whatever the subject will be, to get the right choices for them. Yeah. This is what I mean when I say bad and good for me.
נכון, אני רוצה לדבר רגע בעברית עכשיו, ובהקשר של מה שאת אמרת, לבוא ולומר שאנשים לפעמים לא מודעים לכך שחלק מאותה שיפוטיות שלילית לדברים מסוימים בתחום של המיניות, הם באים מכל מיני משקעי עבר ומנטרות שהוחדרו להם לראש כשהם היו ילדים צעירים, וזה עוצר אותם וחוסם אותם ומייצר עכבות, וגורם לכך שהם אפילו לא יתנסו בדברים מסוימים, כי הם ירגישו מראש שעצם ההתנסות היא לכשעצמה משהו שלילי, משהו רע, משהו שהופך אותם אני לא אשתמש
בעסל, לא יודעת איך מאיתים את זה.
כן, באות השביעית, באלף בית ובהטיות שלה, אני פשוט, זה כאילו מביש, כאילו זה בושה.
I really agree with you, and I didn't want to like interrupt in your words, but I think that from now on, let's try to speak in English, all of us, because I think it will be like a mess, and let's try to do it in English, and if we were talking about some words, so we'll try to figure it out between us, and we'll put translation, because I think it will put more order in our podcast, and will be more faster, and we will not like stop every second about the translation. I really agree with the thing, with the beautiful things that you said, because it's connected to the other point that we already talked about. We said that we need to eat.
I didn't hear what she said. I don't know what
she said. I will explain to you.
Well, I explained in Hebrew what I told you before. That sometimes things that we grown upon mantras and sentences that.
I really want to say that you were right on things that you said, and I want to connect it to the other point that we already mentioned about the cookie, the chocolate cookie, right? Because it doesn't matter why I used to don't like this cookie, right? It doesn't matter if because I heard my mom, like you said, say that this cookie is bad, and I decided because I love my mom that the cookie is bad, and it doesn't matter that I didn't like the cookie because maybe 10 years ago I ate this cookie and I got the stomach issues, okay? This is the story around the cookie that made me that make me and the cookie not besties, right? And we need to understand that because we always need to go deeper, to take the layers off in order to understand ourselves. And after we understand that I used to don't like this cookie, I need to understand that I want to be in the being. Look at how everything connected. She said, we want to be in that moment. So I know that in that moment I have to try the cookie, nice cookie, and then to see what is my experience, and then to decide where do I go from here. Maybe, this cookie is still not friend, doesn't matter what the reasons are, but maybe I would fall in love with a cookie and take the cookie and put it on the ice cream.
העיקר שהגענו לגלידה בסוף, כולם נהיה פה רבים, איכשהו מגיעים לגלידה.
Okay, so I want to go to another question. I know that we answer about it, everybody gave, it was like an opinion question, not like a tool question, so it's okay. I didn't like...
But maybe this woman who asking wanted permission, because sometimes we as women,
so you have the permission, go for it.
Yeah, 100%. I encourage you. Go for it, enjoy it. Allow yourself to do it and see how it feels in your body. Try different toys, try BDSM. Like really go for it, and have fun. It's about having fun. It's about, you have one life. Well, we know we have one life. Experience it. And for collectively as women, it's super important that we do all of this stuff together, and we do it because this is breaking the patriarchy within
ourselves. Where does all this fire when you train?
Because
I want the fire that you are having about the CS, SEX, and the BDS, whatever.
I'm bringing it
Bring
tomorrow.
it to the walkout.
Okay.
Because I'm always saying, bring your fire to the training.
Okay.
Because look, we have more power, right?
Yeah.
Just from speaking that. But yeah, I agree with you. Good for you. Try. You have permission.
I encourage.
It's a good point what you said. Maybe she needed the permission. Maybe she
That's what she needs.
wanted to know that
yes,
it's okay because especially in Israel, there is really like judgment about the subject.
Judgment in
the
the
girls,
whole world.
The
The
girls,
whole world.
the girls don't. All
in
the
the
world,
whole
but
world.
in Israel, because of the religion, maybe it doesn't matter where is more. But
Yeah.
but now we're in Israel, so I say, but yeah, I'm surprised to hear that. That's cool. You opened my mind about this subject because I thought that in America it's maybe a bit different.
No.
Okay, are you ready for that? Oh my God, שאלה מעניינת. What do you think about threesome? Do you think it's something that can ruin our relationship? We've been together for 3 years and my partner wanted to try it.
So if you are considering having a threesome, do I think it's going to ruin the relationship? I don't think it's going to ruin your relationship, but I don't know enough about your relationship. I know about couples who have threesomes, they have wonderful relationships, it works for them. Some people, do or don't. It's really it's not a question, is it going to ruin the relationship? It's a question of, are you both on the same page? Is it a desire that you both want to explore? Because sometimes one person in the relationship has the desire, and then the other person feels pressure because they're afraid if they don't do it, it's going to break up, they're going to break up, or they're afraid if they do it, it's going to ruin the relationship. So it's really about asking yourself, is this a desire for me? Am I into this? Do I want to do it? Because, it's one thing to have a fantasy, but you don't have to always act on it. You can have fantasies and never actually act on the fantasy.
Because orgasm is happening in our brain.
Has nothing to do even with orgasm. You could have a threesome and not have orgasm.
Yeah, but it's another point that I'm putting here. I'm not sure, I just had a conversation last week. Not a lot of people knows that the orgasm happen in the brain. Like some women know how to bring themselves to experience orgasm by putting the right tires in the brain.
Yeah, this is
without touching at all.
That's a whole other book. You can have nipple orgasms. You can have there's all different types of orgasms. This is like another podcast.
Can I stop for a second and ask like a question? You don't have to share. Did you ever try threesome?
I mean,
you don't have to share.
Yeah.
Just if you feel comfortable.
In my mind, I've had a lot of threesomes.
Only in your mind?
In my mind, yeah. I never in my relationship did.
No, me neither. I'm just in a rave. I'm just being curious because I'm going to ask another thing about the same question. אם את רוצה, you want to share?
This is amazing.
אבל אני מצטערת לאכזב אותך, אין לי מה לשתף אותך.
But it's not an English.
So you never tried?
ממש לא.
But right now we're doing a threesome. Yeah!
זה לגמרי הטריסם הראשון.
Best threesome that I ever had in my life.
Yeah.
The only one and the
Super
best
hot.
one I ever had in my life.
Really?
I don't want to experience any other threesome after that threesome. Like chocolate cookie and the ice cream. And now I tell you why I ask. First of all, beautiful answer. I really like the answer. I think that it's so true. Let's break it down. Okay, you say something. Let's start from the end of your answer. About the fantasy. You can have a fantasy, and you don't have to go through this fantasy.
You don't have to live
it's
it.
It's not only that you don't have to do it actually. Sometimes the fantasy is better than the reality most of the time.
110%.
Probably.
110%.
That's it. So
and then it can ruin the fantasy.
Yes, sometimes the reality ruins the fantasies.
Yeah.
So this is why maybe you can just stay with the fantasy. Sometimes the fairy tales of Disney.
Yes, can stay.
I'm going back to my child.
Just appreciate the fantasy for what it is. Just have the fantasy. Just hold the fantasy. It's okay. You don't, and just be okay with you don't have to let the fantasy drive you to make it come to life.
So you can do threesome in your brain.
Yeah, enjoy the threesome in your brain and then move on with your day.
Yes.
And move on with your day. Woke up. What do you do when you woke up?
Make laundry and things like that.
I'm about something and then I'm going to work. Okay, cool. And it's a good thing. And you also said another cool thing. And I want to ask you, and this is why I ask you if you ever tried. And if one side of the couple really want to try it and go out from the brain of the fantasy, but his girlfriend, she can't imagine, she's afraid, whatever. But she wants to do it just because her boyfriend wants. What do you think about that?
I think that's dangerous.
That's dangerous.
I
agree.
I think that's a dangerous thing.
I agree.
And I think that, you know, as a woman, that's why I said the way the question was framed, it's not like, is it going to ruin your relationship? It's like, is it going to ruin something in you? Is it going to, you know, what is that going to do to you? And this goes back to how connected you are to your desire.
And it's also about boundaries.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I can be in love with someone. And I think in my world that when you're in love with someone and you love him, you want him to to make him feel happy, to make him feel like joy all the time. But it doesn't, if the cost is like betray yourself, so then it's dangerous.
Yeah,
then it's dangerous. And sometimes I met, without saying names, a lot of people that are betraying themselves inside a relationship just because they are too in love and they are afraid. Right, they are doing the decision from a place that it's not their truth, but it's just because they're afraid that they're not a good enough of a partner.
Or they might lose the relationship, or they're afraid they're going to lose the relationship. Like sometimes, you know, I've had women tell me, you know, he's telling me if I don't have a threesome, he can't do this with me anymore. And I'm like, you know, this is a coaching. It's not just so easy, but it's a coaching question. It's actually
sometimes it's just an excuse.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Sometimes it's just an excuse, to do things outside a relationship. In my profession, I had many stories of it. Mostly it comes from the man, this desire or fantasy of threesome or open relationship or whatever. So if it fits the two parties, it's okay.
I agree.
Enjoy it. Nothing to judge. But if it doesn't fit one party, it's enough to don't do it.
Amazing. Exactly. Next question. No, good words, by the way. I just want to go with the flow. What makes us attract the people that we are attracted to?
Oh,
such an easy question.
This is a great
ice cream,
question.
chocolate chips. I attract to that. Like I really attract.
So it's why you attracted to some people and not other people. So, okay, this is what I believe, and there's a theory about this, is that sometimes we meet someone and we're like, oh my God, I feel like I've known you for years, and it's like the first moment, and you're so attracted to them, like, Rita, like, oh my God.
Rita and Holly.
All of this, like the sparks, you feel it in your body, this is the one, you call on your friends, and you know who this person is.
Mom, I'm finally getting married.
I love this person so much. You know why?
Why?
Because this person triggers you.
Opa.
Like your parents.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
One or two parents triggered you when you were a child.
She's one of us. She's speaking our words in English.
There's something in your like subconscious that's picking up on this. And that's why you feel this familiarity. You feel this comfort with this person. You feel, oh, it's like this person, like I can see them, and you know them for like 4 hours, 4 days. This is it. This is the one. Because they can trigger you, you know, in 3 months from now. Now it's everything's good. I love them. I'm so attracted to them. But in 3 months from now, they're gonna drive you crazy. They're like they're going to the wounds that you have as a child. From childhood, they're going to enact those wounds, and either if this person is the one for you, you're going to be able to heal each other's wounds because they're going to trigger those wounds, or they're just going to make it worse, and then you're going to split up.
So you think, okay, first of all, amazing. You have I have to share it with you. It's a crazy thing. This week episode is going to, we are like on air on Wednesday. It was like a Purim session, but it was a question about a relationship. And I can swear to God that like word by word of these 60 amazing seconds, this is why I'm like, yeah, go. it was on the show. My mom said the same things. We put it
really?
we put it there.
In Hebrew.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
we opened this
About-
understanding
okay.
about that sometimes our partners, if we're not choosing them or whatever, and we don't we don't understand that we are just looking to heal ourselves. Okay, so 3 months from now, 3 years from now, this relationship will go away because they were just like I don't know, rocks that comes to like take
They will make the wound bigger.
Yeah.
They will make the wound bigger.
or to clean them or whatever, because if we're not going inside the relationship when we are whole, so the chances of this relationship to last forever are less. Because sometimes it's just like you said.
Yeah, well, you have to have both partners need to be like, you have to have the partner where both of you are willing to, first of all, identify your own wounds and explain to them, when you do X, Y, Z, this is what happens to me because of when I was a child. 90% of the emotional experience or reaction you're having when you're triggered has nothing to do with the partner. It has to do
with
you and
past experience with your parents.
Inner child of 5 years old, 6
Yes,
years
of
old.
course.
It takes you back to that experience. Your partner is 10%. But like, I'll give you an example. I can get very jealous. And it comes from serious insecurities. And it has to do with my father. And it's 90%. When I first started dating, I've been with my partner, it's going to be 9 years. When we first started dating, on the first, second or third dates, he's talking about other hot women. And I was like, oh no. Okay. So I had to have a conversation with him. And I said to him, listen, we're going on dates. I'm really interested in you, but I need to feel special. And if you're telling me about this hot girl or this hot girl, it's not going to work for me. I can't have you looking. And he said, oh my God, I never had somebody talk to me like this. And I said, okay, well, this is what it is. And, I explained to him, I was like, listen, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with my stuff, my issues, my stuff with my dad. But you're triggering me. And now I'm going to become closed and we're not going to have a good time because I'm going to be upset because you said this. And I really want us to have fun. Wow. So, he started to sweat. He had visible beads. He had to get a glass of water. He became uncomfortable. And I said to him, listen, I'm not telling you can't talk like this. You want to talk about hot girls, call your friends, go to the golf course. I understand you want to talk about. My question to you is, why are you talking to me about this? And because I was able to have that conversation with him, he said to me, you know why? Because he's older than me. He said, I felt like I had to show you, even though that I was older than you, that there were still women were interested in me.
Amazing. Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
קודם כל, wow. First of all, wow. I so appreciate that you shared it with us. Thank you for the sharing. I just want to go above the situation to explain it to people at home. She gave an amazing example for why we have to know ourselves so good, before we even owning ourselves. First of all, she needed to know herself. And it's the whole world. But one of her special needs is that she knows herself. She knows that she had issues with her father. She knows, it doesn't even matter why she feels jealous. Okay, it doesn't even matter. This is the story. You can feel jealous because of a relationship with your father, because of a trauma, because of a lot of things. But she did the inner work with herself. She fell in love with herself to be able to own it. And she's dating, she's married to how many different years you have between you?
9 years.
9 years, almost a decade of differences of ages. And she just communicated with her partner. She said, okay, thank you for sharing about those hot girls. First of all, I'm hotter. But second of all, for me, you need to understand, this is me, and this is my wound. Hi, wound. And my wound, I understand your need. you need to speak about it. I don't have a problem with it. Go. She even gave a solution. Look how smart you were in this conversation. But she said, I don't want to hear that. And her owning herself with such wholenesses made him to own himself.
Yeah, he came exactly because I created the intimacy.
He was vulnerable.
Yeah.
Whoa, was. And he said, oh my God, you know what? I will go a step forward. Not only she made him own himself, I think she make him knowing himself. I'm not sure that he even knew that. Maybe it wasn't understanding that he has in the same conversation. Yeah. She helped her partner to know himself better. So, you know what? Maybe I feel insecurity. So now he knows himself better. He knows the needs of the woman he loves, and they are creating together a healthy field, a healthy grounding to the relationship to keep growing, because love is not enough. Love is such a special thing, connection, bounded. It's so rare, it's so magical. And we have to be brave after we find this connection to like put the water and to put the thing that this field needs if we want to make this relationship last. Yes, Mom?
No, what I wanted to say is about this, the way she communicates. It's not only the communication. Sometimes we communicate from our brain. I feel jealous when you speak about other hot girls. Don't do it. It's not from the brain. It's when you have the courage. It's a courage to express your feelings.
It's courage, yes.
Not what you have in your mind. What it means. If you are talking about other girls, it means you are interested in other girls. It means I'm not special. I'm not the only one. I'm not good enough for you, and things like this. And when you have this courage and also the intimacy to speak, אמרנו שיהיה קטעים באנגלית, to speak with your partner openly. And come from the way you feel, it's automatically creates a safe environment.
Take responsibility.
And he can feel safe to express his feelings. Otherwise, maybe he wouldn't tell you about it. Maybe never.
Yeah.
So this
little change that we do create this butterfly effect in our relationship. Little changes and something about being vulnerable. I think that something about being vulnerable and I don't know, it's the same in New York City, I guess, because it's hard, but I think that even to grow up in a country that are a lot of wars and you're going to the IDF when you're 20, when you're 18, when you're a child, I think it's make it even harder to be vulnerable because
you cannot let yourself.
Because
it's where you have to be strong
all the time.
You have to win
all the time.
Yeah.
Well, 24/7.
Yeah, but the problem is that to be vulnerable, this is being strong.
Yes.
Exactly.
To be vulnerable, this is being strong, and it's a spirala that we need to like turn around and start to give it to our future children sometime.
Yeah.
Because it starts then. Because if we will grow up knowing that being vulnerable, this is the superhero powers, it will make everything more free and more wild and more real and more authentic and more
it's like
safe.
And transformative, and it's easier, and it actually gets you the results that you're looking for. That's the most, why did I say this to him? Because I wanted him to know so that we could create relationships so he knew this about me, so this is, and then he can respect it, he can hold it.
It's
right,
not, just a minute, it's not only this. When he was brave enough to answer and share that the reason that he talks about other hot girls is to be relevant, even to be hot himself, to that other girls are interested in him. When he knows, when you talk about it, and he knows he doesn't have to do it anymore, he wouldn't have the need to talk about it, even not with his friends, because it's not authentic.
Can I stop for a second, because we are going away from the question, and I think we are. Can is a yes in English? This is a can. What is can?
Can is a yes.
Can is a yes. Okay, so you said we were in the question that what makes us attract the people we are attracting to. So we say wounds from our childhood. We are searching for triggers from our wounds that creates because of our relationship with our parents. What else?
Because, well, the reason why this happens is because
this is the only thing that you think that makes us attract the person we have. It's just like
I think when you feel really attracted to someone.
No, there is another thing, or just
no. This is
okay,
it. But let me finish. It's because nature wants us to heal. So we getting into this attraction because it will prompt us to have the wounds come to the surface. That's why. Because
amazing.
nature wants us to heal.
Amazing. I agree with that. I think
what
that
about
this
smells?
is the main. Wait.
Yes,
this is the main. This is the main. This is the main thing. The main thing. But there is also like this is like the spiritual part of it. But we also have physical
endorphins.
things.
Yeah. So this is it. But it's the person who you attract. Like that's the science behind it. Definitely, but it all goes hand in hand. They have a similar, there's a smell that goes, the endorphins that they release. You're going to be attracted to the people who actually, the endorphins match the triggers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you know that? I didn't know that.
There's a book it's called Finding and Keeping the Love You Want.
Find and Keeping the Love You Want. חבר'ה, יש פה המלצה מטורפת על ספר שמראה היום שהכל בכלל רוחני, שגם הריח, also you blow my mind, thank you, I'm going to read this book, thank you. And I say, okay, we are going to find the book and we will put here the link because I think that's amazing. You just blow my mind.
Yeah, it's matching.
Even the physical thing.
There's a science
to it.
So
you know what? I'm going from your answer. I'm going to the other question. You think that everybody attract to both genders, and they just don't know about it, or just they're afraid to admit it? Because if you're going to your answer, everybody can be gay and lesbian. Everybody, because this is a soul that meets a soul, and you say even the smell, and even the what you hear and the touch and everything, it's connected by this book you just mentioned that I didn't read. It connected to the triggers that we are looking to find in order to heal. So, can you answer about this question after that question? If everybody are attracted to both gender, but some people don't understand, don't aware that they can be with that the guy can be with the guy and the girl can be with the girl.
Of course, everybody so when it comes to gender relations, so gender is different than this is such a complex question. When it comes to this level, it's we are attracted to all genders anyway. My girlfriends, who I am heterosexual. My girlfriends, who are my best friends, they can trigger me just like my mother or father could anyway. It has nothing to do with sex. The difference is in a romantic relationship, and also in homosexual relationships or same-sex relationships, they also going to trigger each other the same way.
So this is what I'm trying to understand your answer to that question. Do you think that everybody attract to both genders, but they just afraid to admit it? If I will put it in another words, this question say that there's no such a thing as heterosexual or lesbian or gay, because everybody, even they're not willing to admit it,
it's
or they
possible.
don't aware that. What is your opinion? Everybody
I was going to say it's an opinion. I personally think there's definitely there is some level of sexual attraction to every sex, same sex or from the individual. And like you said, I think people might have a fear of even like admitting it in their minds, not acting on it. Again, it could be a fantasy. Like I could have a fantasy about being with a woman, but I don't have the desire to outlive it.
Of course.
So I just desire to fantasize about it. Does that make sense?
No, I can share my opinion about it because I do believe that everybody attracts to everybody, but they are not brave enough to admit it. They are not brave enough to go with it. They are not brave enough to eat the cookie.
Yeah.
Because only after you eat the cookie, as we said before, we can know who are we. Right now, by the way, because we need to be. And you blow my mind about this book, but I think that your last question just like making my opinion insurance, because
like confirms it.
If the nature wants us to heal, okay, if God wants us to heal, and this is why I think the Torah is being מפורשת, interrupted, מילה הזאת, our Bible, people take the Bible and take it to wrong places, because in the end, we're all human. In the end, we have soul inside of us. In the end, we all have wounds. We all have stories. Some of us are not willing to admit that they have stories, so they need to decide that they have a distinct life, even they don't. And wound connect. So in the end, the wound and the wound having SEX.
Like the wound and the wound having SEX and they don't have a gender.
SEX.
Yeah.
And the wound doesn't have a gender. That's it.
Yeah.
The wound doesn't have a
Wow.
gender.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
The wound doesn't have a
So
gender.
what is gay and what is lesbian and what is heterosexual? The wound doesn't have a gender. Can I stole this sentence and say that I said that?
Whatever mine is yours.
Thank you.
That's okay.
It's just a
good mom.
genius.
It's a good
Genius.
mom.
Yeah. Anyway, next question.
It's such a deep question. This is like the deepest question so far.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I feel that I almost not attract at all, and I have SEX only with 7 people. The people that I had sex with them, SEX with them, I didn't come. ככה אומרים, נכון?
כן.
You didn't orgasm. She didn't orgasm?
Yeah.
This is obviously a woman.
Yeah.
She didn't. So with women, and there's another really good.
I don't know if it all or by herself she can, but because she didn't like mention it, so maybe just with the people that she had SES.
So did the first part of the question say I feel like I'm not attractive or I'm not attracted?
I feel that I almost not attract.
I'm
almost not like כמעט ולא, איך אני אגיד את זה באנגלית? Almost not.
Almost not.
Like, it's rare for her to feel that she wants.
She doesn't feel attractive.
Like, does she not feel attractive, or does she not? Is she not attracted?
She's not attracted.
She's not attracted
yes,
to
she's
other,
not attracted
other
to
men,
others.
and she's only had sex with 7 different partners.
Yeah,
she wasn't attracted to them. That's what I'm just trying to understand the question.
I don't know because it's a writing question.
That's the way she wrote it.
This is what hard about it. You can try to answer whatever you mean.
Okay, so what I think,
probably she's not feeling like attraction to SEX and maybe she doesn't.
You know, Marilyn Monroe used to say a beautiful sentence. She said one of her quotes was, "I never felt that I want to do SEX all day because for me SEX it's the opposite of love." Marilyn Monroe, and she was like a SEX symbol, you know?
Yeah, but it's...
No, I'm saying, think about this. I think this quote can like...
this means that this is the experience. She experienced.
Anyway, let's make it general. Okay, let's make it simple for you.
For women,
for people,
women,
let's talk about. I guess it's also men that feel like this.
Different for
people
men,
that don't.
Mechanics
they
of the
don't
body.
put. Okay, so I know. I understand your place to empower women. I'm in this place. I'm just trying to go to as much souls as I can. But go whatever. Feel the truth. Your truth. If it's want to be your answer wants to. Go with women if you want to give two different answers.
Well, she said she's not orgasm. She didn't
orgasm.
Yeah,
but she started from another question. She started from I almost not attract. אני כמעט ולא נמשכת. About it's hard for her to feel that she wants SCX.
So let me explain. So this is when the science. Okay, so with women, especially if they've had sex and they've not had orgasm, it makes sense that she's like not feeling attracted to people because something's going on with her. This is something that I would say, call me, let's make a session to talk, because first of all, I think it's like only 30% of women.
And you do it also by Zoom, right?
Yeah.
So it's a good time to say that she is available for everyone. I don't know about the language difference, if you did like, because I know that you work with all over the world, but I know it was in English, so you have to know English. You know,
you better learn English.
Advise her, but she is amazing. So she was amazing training. Now I understand she's also an amazing coach. I really love you.
Thank you.
I'm happy that you're in my life. I'm going to read the books that you brought me. Now I feel lucky even more. So
this is a good book for this woman. It's called Come As You Are. Definitely read Pussy, but also
another book.
Another book.
Mowgli.
But definitely read Come As You Are, because it's going to explain the biological experience. So women, there's like, I think it's only 30% of women actually come from orgasm from sex.
SEX.
Because, it's like distracting me, I have to say sex. Because physically, you know, we need clitoral stimulation. And sometimes we don't need penetration for clitoral stimulation. And depending on the partner she's had sex with, they might not even know this stuff. But it sounds like she might
doesn't care.
Doesn't care, or doesn't know. Look, at the end of the day, nobody has taught us how to be great lovers, but this is an education. You're not born being a great lover.
Wow, what a genius and a giant sentence.
This is an education.
Yeah.
This is what we need to do.
It's not only the birds and the bees.
Rewind in the education
100%.
system. It's more important than history, because after we do math and history, we are jumping into life. And we don't know nothing about sex, and we don't know nothing about being a good person, and we don't know nothing about the fact that we are different from other people, and we don't know nothing about how do I heal myself? And that's it. I just was passionate about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, for this woman, first of all, I just want you to know that it's okay that you never orgasm from 7 different partners, because you might not yet understand how your body orgasms. Every woman is made with all of the body parts to orgasm.
I will check, wait.
And have amazing orgasm. Just first of all, just so we know, I was telling
she doesn't let me to check.
I was telling her this the other day, and I don't know if everyone knows this. It's such an important fact, and this is why it's important to distinguish between men and women. Women, we have the clitoris. The clitoris's only function is to experience pleasure as a woman. I'm serious.
Can you see how hypnotized me and my mom from this beautiful soul? We're like.
So especially for women who are listening, so just so you know, the function of the clitoris is to only thing that it's there for. Hashem gave us the clitoris.
Hashem gave us. Oh my God, Hashem. No, you're right. I'm just. Hashem, yes.
So that we experience pleasure. That's its only function. And in the clitoris, there are 8,000 nerve endings for a woman to experience various levels of pleasure, all different types of pleasure. In a man is made with a penis, and at the penis, that's where his point of pleasure, he experiences his point of pleasure, but it's also multifunctional. He does other things other than...
As we said, men are...
So in the
stop.
So it's 4,000. So he has 4,000 nerve endings.
Okay,
it's Hashem.
It's Hashem. Hashem is calling us. I will tell you what.
No, this is a great sentence that Hashem gave
the
women only for pleasure because they deserve it. Because they deserve it.
The Hashem gave us because
Hashem gave the
only woman has
only for women
this
because they
amount
deserve
of
it
nerve endings.
Anyway, listen. I'm so like my heart is broke up right now because we have 2 minutes and we have to finish. But I have an idea, because we have so many other questions that I put here, and I think it's a really important subject. So maybe if Asaf will be able tomorrow, we will do another session. I don't know, in that place. We will see. But for now, we have to cut it out because it was supposed to be like one show. It's already 2 shows. And I feel that we have so much to
I
like
just want to make sure this girl gets this answer.
to be curious and to give tools, and we will take this question and we'll answer, but we have to finish the show. So for now, this was part B, right?
To be continued.
I hope that we can manage it up and
continued.
it will be continued because I really enjoyed by myself, and I really think it's a really important.
Very important
I
subject.
want to finish.
I know, but
answering.
love, I can right now. I'll explain
Okay,
later
so you'll
because
ask the question again.
yeah, we'll
Okay.
start it. This is
Okay.
you know, זה מה יש. I really want to say, but I can.
Yeah.
We have to finish here. The camera roll
Okay.
is already down.
Okay.
I have to say goodbye, and I want to say goodbye. After that, I say thank you.
Okay.
You are an amazing
Thank you.
human being, first of all, and I think that you are brave, and I think that you are so whole, and you have such a good energy, and I really hope that tomorrow we'll go again. And I remind all of us that you can do Zoom sessions, and I don't need to add anything because you probably understand that she has a lot to give. לא תודה לך.
לא תודה
About
לך.
that you share about the boots and everything, and that's it. We've been מדברות הולכות, talk walk,
היינו,
walk
הלכנו.
talk. תודו שזה הסשן, the best session you ever had.
Bye.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.